Growing up in a Major League Baseball family has its advantages, but it can also be very stressful, especially for a young boy who is moving from city to city. Darren is the son of former Major Leaguer Bob Oliver. Darren was born in Kansas City while Dad was hitting home runs for the Royals. He was living in Anaheim when his dad's career ended, and in 1986, he moved to Rio Linda. Darren attended Rio Linda High School for 3 years, where he played basketball and baseball. He was an all-city pitcher with a blazing fastball around 90 miles per hour. Darren was selected by the Texas Rangers in the 3rd round of the 1988 draft. In 1991, he injured his arm and had Tommy John surgery. Thinking that his career was over before it ever began, he came back home to rehab and went to school at American River College. After his arm healed, he thought he would give it one more shot. In 1993, he was called up to the majors, and on September 1st, he made his debut at Fenway Park in Boston. In 1996, Darren became a starter and won 14 games for the Rangers, who made the playoffs. They won their first division title in franchise history and played the New York Yankees. Darren started the pivotal Game 3 of the series. In 1997, Darren had the distinction of pitching in the very first interleague game. He was the starting pitcher as Texas played San Francisco and is credited with throwing the very first pitch in the history of interleague play. Darren was traded to St. Louis during the 1998 season. That was a historic season when Mark McGwire broke Roger Maris's single-season home run record. It featured, for the first time in history, 4 players hit 50 or more home runs in the same season. One of those was fellow Sacramento Sports Hall of Famer Greg Vaughn. September 7, 1998 featured one of the most famous games in Major League history, and Darren was part of it. In that game, McGwire tied the record and hit his 61st homer. Darren was the starting and winning pitcher in that game for the Cardinals.
Well, coming back.
After 2 seasons in St. Louis, Darren went back to Texas, where he pitched for 2 more years. He then spent 5 seasons playing for 5 different teams: the Red Sox, Rockies, Marlins, Astros, and Mets. In Houston, he was part of an elite pitching staff, including Roger Clemens, Andy Pettitte, and Roy Oswalt, that went to the playoffs and were 1 game away from the World Series. He made his way back to Anaheim and played for the Angels for 3 years, playing a key role in their playoff runs while winning their division each of those seasons. 2010 was a special time for Darren, as he got to return to the team that drafted him for a 3rd time. This time, the Rangers were good. They won the American League pennant by defeating the New York Yankees and appeared in their very first World Series in franchise history. The Rangers eventually lost to the Giants in 5 games. Darren Oliver played 21 seasons in the major leagues till the age of 43. An amazing accomplishment, considering he didn't know if he would make it to the bigs after having surgery before he even played his first game. He won 118 games with 1,259 strikeouts. His incredible durability and effectiveness made him special. Whether he was a starter or a reliever, he was as dependable a pitcher as you will ever see. Darren will always be known for his longevity and coming from one of Sacramento's talent-rich families who displayed class. It is with great admiration that we induct Darren Oliver into the Sacramento Sports Hall of Fame.